See, once upon a time, I had a detective show up at my house and was asking me if I was making fake IDs and stuff. And I was like, no. I printed something goofy up with my girlfriend. It's a Cassandra Davis. She's a real cool girl. I was gonna settle down with her, but it didn't happen. Anyway, so I said they were with the Department of Homeland Security, so I was like, well, I was working on artificial intelligence, feedback from humans to computers and computers to humans. And I said I wanted to design a system that would help soldiers. And they said, well, we just want to make sure you're not getting foreigners into the country. And I was like, no, I want to design a system to help soldiers. Next thing you know, I'm getting all these crazy charges, people destroying my computer business and anything I try to do. So, that's enough time has passed by. And I'll tell you what that system was. It was trying to design a system to help soldiers recover, from all the trauma of war and everything else. I guess when I said I was trying to make a system to help soldiers, they thought maybe I was trying to make a system to help bad people. I guess they screwed up. So, now you know. So, it's the space shuttle system. Shuttle people lost back into good lives. It's a system I want to design with computers and stuff with my computer company. Everybody wanted to tear apart. So, I guess you know, some other powers that be made a mistake. So, keep going to the courthouse and keep saying these things and weren't listening. And I says, well, correct your errors and move along. There's a song that's, move along, American Rejects. It's a lot of people raising their kids and stuff to be rejects, and then some of those soldiers came home and were all messed up. That's true for a lot of places in the world. So I was like, maybe I could design some, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, all this cool stuff to try and help soldiers. Not just soldiers recover and become, back into good lives, but to help soldiers, in the scenario of war, to use tactics to help people get along and to try not to war so much and kill each other, maybe heal, like, Michael Jackson said, heal the world like spider webs, and across the internet. World Wide Web is the information highway. And, it's like, MJ, Michael Jackson, MJ, Agent M, Agent Media, Media Corrections, it's the MCs, Like Obama said, hey, drop the microphone, leader of the free world, nation of solutionists, people drugging kids and doing crazy stuff and trying to get back at each other with those crazy stuff. It was solutions, positive solutions, trying to get that mind to work, to build better America. And people could look at America and go, wow, look at that. And then the rest of the world will be like, see what those Americans just did? And the rest of the world will be like, man, maybe we should try to do that. And then they start fixing their countries, and then all the countries start working together. I mean, that's what my American dream was, That's the ad for advertisement, So that's how you sell stuff. That's how you sell solutions. You make positive stuff. You make game zones. You make little secrets and little road trips and, tourist attractions, and, make a name for each state, make a name for each city, and then you have a product for each one, and multiple products. And then I'll tell you what college is supposed to be about. I never went to college because I did my mom's college homework when I was a kid. So I kind of already did college, and plus all those private schools, I did more work and homework than most people do in college, as a kid. So it's like, they want a BS. And it's like, well, we don't need bullshit degrees. That's what we need. We need big corporations. That's the B. The B for big corporations is the suppliers. See? And then you got the S for small businesses or small corporations that need the products from suppliers, and then they take those products and try to figure out how to make better products. And then the small businesses, they're creative, so everybody kind of looks at them, and everybody's trying to rob Peter to pay Paul, and screw each other out of this and that. And I'm like, it's like Trump said, there's enough to go around. There's enough information. There's enough technology. There's enough people to put good in the world and work together, and we call that, the Freedom of Information Act, and that's the freedom of, individual prosperity, and it starts with the family. So my family, we used to sit down at the dinner table every night, eat dinner together. Nowadays, people sit on their couches, brainwashed and watching TV and stuff. So my family, we just took the remote, turned the TV off, and sat down and have dinner, and we'd talk about their day and see what's going on, and to try to come up with solutions. And you teach your families to have solutions like that. Then when they get out in the world, they try to figure out how to make solutions in the world. And they go to college and they say, hey, we got these different degrees and stuff. And they say, well, it's because we got big corporations, got small corporations, and then we got small businesses. And the big corporations depend on the small corporations to buy their products. And above all that, the small businesses, they're the ones that are kind of creative. They look at that, get new ideas and all that stuff, and then those ideas work their way up the chain. It's like the chain of command, and they're like, hey, check that out. And then the big businesses, the big corporations, they go, hey, if we can help that out, then we can go do this. And then they come up with new ideas and new technology and new economies. And that's how you stimulate an economy. It's not just by throwing money at the problem, it's by throwing money at real solutions, and then you create better businesses. And that's what the Better Business Bureau is supposed to be about. It's not about one little building of a Better Business Bureau. It's about the 3 B's, the big businesses, which are the corporations, the other businesses, which are the small corporations, and those little small businesses, which is another business. That's the 3-point track of Better Business Bureau. See? Everybody works together. I don't know how else to explain it, but hey, we're taking this road trip so people could resurrect trust. See? What is it called? Living trust. You know what living trust is? It's not just the money and all this other stuff on paper. A living trust is, a society that trusts each other enough to create better solutions. So, no, I guess I think differently than most people, so they don't understand me. So, crazy solutions for a crazy world. So, we could be less crazy and more creative and do crazy creative things and think green, think clean. We got trash trucks riding around saying, hey, throw out the trash, clean up. Think green, think clean. Green energy is like, we got, the Green Lantern, hey, look, alien intelligence. And, seriously. And, light up green ideas. And what's the green ideas? Well, we need more grass out there in the fields where we got deserts and stuff. So we need to figure out how to get grass and stuff growing. And, they got sawgrass and that's other grass. And you start building up from there. And it starts keeping moisture in the ground instead of the sun boiling the water out of the sand. So you do that, and then you start, planting these little shrubbery trees, and you plant other trees, and you plant other trees, and you start building forests, and then you get forestry going, and then you can get crops going again. So small steps, and then it's like, hey, one small step for, a person, but larger leaps and steps for mankind. So there you go. Drive a little bit more.